The rationale for planning and executing military exercises is to prepare commands and forces for operations in peace, crisis, and conflict. Therefore, the aims and objectives of military exercises must mirror current operational requirements and priorities. It is carried out in order to practice and evaluate collective training of staffs, units, and forces to enable them to operate effectively together, to demonstrate military capability, or to provide improvements to the capability. Alliance military forces contribute to promoting stability throughout the complete area by their participation in military to military contacts and in other cooperation activities and exercises under the Partnership for Peace program, as well as those organized to deepen relationship with crucial countries. Hello everyone and welcome back to SSB Crack Exams. I am Hemant and now we are going to discuss about the next important series of the important exercises of the Indian Armed Forces, wherein which I will be focusing upon the exercises of the Indian Army. In the previous 4 sections, we have discussed in very detail about those important military exercises of the Indian Navy and also the Indian Air Force in two different parts for each of them. But in this particular section, the exercises in Indian Army are a little bit more. So we will focus upon all of these exercises and we will make sure that we try to remember most of these, because military exercises are considered to be a very crucial part of the examination preparation, and for every defense aspirant it is compulsory that they have to remember all of these exercises. So we have made the complete list and detail that which will be very helpful for your examination preparation. Also, before beginning, I would like to tell you that SSB Crack Exams is always the most sought after Android application by millions of students and defense aspirants across India who are dreaming to join the armed forces of our country. We provide you unique lecture content, hundreds of study material, thousands of sample practice questions, exercises and quizzes. Our mock tests are made specially keeping in view of the latest exam patterns. So please do download the app and subscribe to your favorite course. Also, please do follow us on all sort of social media platforms to keep yourself updated with the important Indian and international inputs. So let us start off with the first and foremost exercise that I am trying to discuss here, and that is regarding exercise Sampriti 9. Okay, so this is the 9th version of the Sampriti exercise. That in case it clearly mentions that Sampriti exercise has been conducted 9 times until now, and this is the latest one. So this exercise is being conducted, it is always conducted between India and Bangladesh. So recently it was conducted from 3rd of February 2020 to 16th of February 2020, 14 days. So most of the army related exercises did last around 14 days. So most of these exercises will be around 14 days, so that you have to remember. So where was Sampriti 9 conducted? It was conducted in Umroi, which is there in Shillong in Meghalaya. Okay, so it was conducted in the Umroi in Shillong in Meghalaya, and it was first started in the year of 2012. And starting from 2012, it is now in the year of 2020. This is considered to be the 9th exercise and it is conducted annually. Okay, so this is very important. And Sampriti 9 exercise is hosted alternately by both the countries India and Bangladesh. So the 8th edition of this exercise was conducted at Tangail in Bangladesh. So the 9th edition that what we are talking, it is held in our country in Meghalaya. As per the government agencies, a delegation of Bangladesh Army comprising of 31 officers and 138 other ranks have participated in the joint military exercise. On the other hand, a company group of Indian Army showed its skill in the Sampriti 9. The purpose of this exercise is to strengthen and broaden the interoperability and cooperation between the Indian and Bangladeshi armies. Another objective of this exercise is to strengthen and expand the aspects of mutual cooperation between both the armies. The exercise will comprise strategic level action to deal with terrorism and terrorist attacks. This exercise will also create a strong military partnership and military trust between the two countries. The goal of Sampriti 9 is to build, strengthen and promote positive relations between the armies of India and Bangladesh. I repeat, to build, strengthen and promote positive relations between the armies of India and Bangladesh. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding the BIMSTEC disaster management exercise. This includes all the countries of the BIMSTEC excluding some of the only 2 countries. Okay, so Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka, Myanmar and also the various other 2 countries. They include Bhutan and Thailand. Okay, so Bhutan and Thailand are only those 2 countries that did not participate in this exercise. Even though they being a part of the BIMSTEC, they did not participate in this exercise. But along with these 5 countries, the various other international organizations, they include like the United Nations Development Program, then comes the International Search and Rescue Advisory Group, and then comes the International Center for the Study of the Preservation and Restoration Cultural Property. So all of these they have there. So they have recently they have participated. International Rescue and Advisory Group, it also had participated. So various other international organizations along with these 5 countries, which include Bangladesh, India, Nepal, Sri Lanka and Myanmar, has participated in the BIMSTEC. It was conducted for 3 days from 11th to 13th of February 2020 at Bhubaneswar in Odisha, the capital of the state of Odisha. The first time it was conducted by the BIMSTEC nations in the year of 2017, and now it is considered to be the second time that the BIMSTEC disaster management exercise is being conducted. As the name says, the main authority of this particular exercise and the main one is about the disaster management. So the participants in this exercise include BIMSTEC members except Bhutan and Thailand, along with other global institutions like United Nations Development Programme, International Search and Rescue Advisory Group, International Center for the Study of the Preservation and Restoration of Cultural Property, etc. The National Disaster Response Force (NDRF) is building the capacity of its forces to play the role of the first responder at heritage sites which are vulnerable to disasters such as earthquake, floods, cyclones and tsunami across India. Reasons for focus on the heritage sites include that in the backdrop of the recent losses suffered in the earthquake in Nepal in the year of 2015 and the damages to the heritage sites in Gujarat earthquake in the year of 2001, the need was felt to protect the heritage sites during the disasters and build the capacity of NDRF personnel. According to Indian National Trust for Art and Cultural Heritage, in India, there could be 11 lakh sites in towns and villages, out of which close to 10,000 sites and buildings are protected and about 70,000 sites have heritage value. So the main goal of the BIMSTEC disaster management exercise 2 is to provide a platform for member states to evaluate existing capabilities, share best emergency response practices, improve emergency preparedness and strengthen regional response mechanisms to conduct risk assessment in the context of the cultural heritage sites at the time of disasters. Going through with the next important exercise that we are now going to discuss is about the exercise Cobra Gold. This is a very strategic exercise and it is a multilateral or a multinational exercise. The original participants of this exercise, they include the United States, Thailand, Singapore, South Korea, Indonesia, Japan and Malaysia. The observer states include Brunei, Laos, Cambodia, Israel, Vietnam, Germany, Pakistan, Sri Lanka, Brazil and Sweden. Then comes the multinational planning augmentation team, includes the Australia, Canada, France, United Kingdom, Nepal, Philippines, Fiji and New Zealand, and other countries that are participating include the China and India. So this particular exercise Cobra Gold, it was conducted from 25th of February to 6th of March. Around 11 days was the duration of this particular exercise and it was conducted at the country of Thailand. Okay, so this particular exercise was first conducted in the year of 1982 and since then it is being conducted whenever the participating nations they all discuss and whenever the multinational planning augmentation team keeps up the proposal about marking this exercise and making this exercise planning into action. Cobra Gold is currently the largest Indo-Pacific multinational military exercise held in the Kingdom of Thailand every year. It is amongst the largest multinational military exercises in which the United States participates with allied and partner nations. Cobra Gold was first held in 1982 and has served a military training exercise to improve the coordination between the armed forces of the United States and Thailand in both hostile military and humanitarian efforts. As of 2020, Cobra Gold has several distinct activities that highlight regional security and effective responses to regional crises. The first is the Combined Arms Live Fire exercise, in which live ammunition is aimed at predetermined targets as troops advance and close on their target. A command post exercise in which military officers engage in computerized war games, disaster relief or humanitarian missions over several days. An amphibious exercise which combines the capabilities of ship-to-shore movement with vertical envelopment between the Royal Thai Armed Forces and US military with allied forces dependent on operational developments. A cyber exercise which demonstrates the multinational interaction and exchange in a scenario based on rehearsing defensive cyber operations. Ongoing activities are various humanitarian civic activities assisting local Thai population throughout the kingdom. And in 2020, Cobra Gold is introducing a landmine reduction operation as well as the participation of the United States Marine Corps F-35B Lightning II fighter aircraft and the high mobility artillery rocket system. The goal of the exercise Cobra Gold 2020 is to improve the capabilities of participating nations to plan operations and conduct them together, build relationships, and enhance maritime security and response to the natural disasters. Now going through with the next important crucial exercise is regarding exercise Ajeya Warrior 5. This is the fifth version of the Ajeya Warrior exercise. Every time Ajeya Warrior is conducted between both India and the United Kingdom, both the armies are participating annually, and this is considered to be a very crucial and very fruitful exercise wherein which both the countries exchange a very strong important defense related information and tactics and procedures. So this was conducted from 13th of February to 26th of February this year, and it lasted for around 14 days. And where was it conducted? This time it was conducted in the United Kingdom itself in the Salisbury Plains. The first time Ajeya Warrior exercise was conducted in the year of 2013, and since then if you count down, this would be the fifth time where Ajeya Warrior exercise will be conducted. Regarding that, the exercise will comprise of 120 soldiers each from the Indian and United Kingdom Army, who would be sharing their experiences gained during the conduct of various counter-insurgency and counter-terrorist operations in the past. Training on modern weapon systems, equipment and simulator training has also been planned, and notably in the series of the military training exercises undertaken by India with various countries, exercises Ajeya Warrior with the United Kingdom is an important exercise in terms of the security challenges faced by both the nations in the realm of changing facets of the global terrorism. The exercise is conducted alternatively in the United Kingdom and India, and this joint military exercise displays a bilateral willingness to work jointly and share operating procedures to deal with a situation in a specified operational setting. Exercise Ajeya Warrior will promote defense cooperation and enhance interoperability while sharing experiences between both the armies. The goal of this Ajeya Warrior 5 exercise is to conduct company-level joint training with an emphasis on counter-terrorist operation in urban and semi-urban areas. Going through with the next important exercise is regarding exercise Al Naga 3. Al Naga is an exercise which is conducted between both India and Oman. That means India and the Oman army. So it was conducted in the last year on 25th of March 2019 at Jabal Al Aqdha training camp in Oman. And when was it first started? It was first started in the year of 2015. Regarding 2020, it was not conducted because of various COVID-19 pandemic related issues. If we go through in detail, a 2-week long joint military exercise between Indian and Royal Army of Oman was this particular exercise Al Naga 3. The first exercise was laid in Oman in 2015. The second exercise was laid in India in 2017, and this is the third one, which clearly indicates that this is a biennially held exercise. Oman is the first Gulf Cooperation Council to formalize defense ties with India from joint military exercise and cooperation in anti-piracy and security matters. Oman is also the first country from the region to start trilateral exercises. Oman, being India's oldest defense partner in West Asia, has given access to the port of Duqm that can be used for military purpose and logistical support, as it will also allow India to expand its footprints in the Indian Ocean region. Oman is also looking for ventures for joint production of defense equipment with India under Make in India, as it already buying spare parts for some of its military equipment from Indian defense public sector undertakings. The goal of this particular Al Naga 3 exercise is increasing interoperability between forces. I repeat, increasing interoperability between the forces of India and Oman. Going through with the next exercise is regarding exercise Bold Kurukshetra 12. Bold Kurukshetra is an exercise between India and Singapore, and it was conducted last year from 8th of April to 11th of April, and it lasted around 4 days. Where was it conducted, sir? It was conducted at Babina military station in Uttarakhand, and the first time it was conducted in the year of 2008. To go through in detail regarding the Bold Kurukshetra exercise, that the armed forces of India and Singapore kicked off this joint military exercise in Jhansi's Babina cantonment on 8th of March. India and Singapore had entered into an official agreement in November 2017 to strengthen defense ties between their respective armed forces. As per the understanding, personnel from Singapore Armed Forces will receive training and undertake firing exercises along with the Indian Armed Forces. The inaugural ceremony of the joint exercise was conducted on 7th of March with the Indian contingent being headed by Colonel S.P. Singh and the Singaporean personnel being led by Lieutenant Colonel Tong Chong Kiat. Brigadier Ranjan Kiron reviewed the contingent's march past. The goal of the Bold Kurukshetra 12 exercise is bolstering cooperation against terrorism, developing defense technology and improving maritime security. Going through with the next important exercise between the both Indian Navy and the United States Navy is the exercise Yudh Abhyas 15. This is the 15th version of the Yudh Abhyas. It was first started in the year of 2004 and it is a long way between both the armies of India and the United States, and it is considered to be a very appreciable one. Considering the most recent exercise, it was conducted from 5th of September to 18th of September 2019 and it lasted for around 14 days and it was conducted at Joint Base Lewis McChord, which is there in Seattle in the United States. To go through in detail regarding exercise Yudh Abhyas, that it is one of the biggest joint military exercise and defense cooperation endeavors between India and the United States of America. This joint military exercise between India and USA will offer a prospect to the armed forces of both countries to train in an integrated manner at battalion level with joint planning at brigade level. The joint military exercise will provide multiple scenarios with a view to understand each other's organizational structure and battle procedures. According to the official curtain raiser of the Government of India at that time, the exercise will result in a higher degree of collaboration that can further facilitate interoperability between the armed forces of both the countries to meet any unforeseen contingency across the globe. Yudh Abhyas 2019 is also significant because it provides an ideal platform to learn from each other's expertise and experiences of planning and execution of operations. The armies of India and USA will jointly plan, train and execute a series of well-developed operations for neutralization of threats of varied nature. Once planning and trainings were done, a joint level expert exercise will be undertaken by both the countries in an operational setting under the United Nations mandate. Apart from this, academic and military discussions will be organized by experts from both the sides to share each other's experiences on varied topics for mutual benefit. The goal of the Yudh Abhyas 15 was to provide multiple scenarios with a view to understand each other's organizational structures and battle procedures. Now going through with the next important exercise is regarding exercise Tiger Triumph 2. Tiger Triumph 2 is also a very important trilateral exercise and very important bilateral exercise, and it is considered to be a tri-service amphibious exercise. Okay, so this is conducted between both Army, Navy and Air Force. All the three are coming into consideration. So this is a very crucial exercise that is conducted between both India and the United States of America. It was started in the year of 2019 itself. Okay, it started in the year of 2019 only, and this is a very new exercise. And regarding this particular one, very recently it was conducted from 13th of November 2020 to 21st of November 2020. It lasted for around 8 days and it was conducted at the Eastern Naval Command headquarters in Visakhapatnam of Andhra Pradesh state of our country. I would like to remind you and would like to tell you that Tiger Triumph is a bilateral tri-service amphibious military exercise involving the armed forces of the India and the United States. It is the first tri-service military exercise between both India and United States of America. Remember, this Tiger Triumph is considered to be the first tri-service military exercise between the two countries. India has previously held only these tri-service exercises with the country of Russia only. So now both India holds the tri-service exercises with both Russia and USA. India and the United States signed a defense agreement on 6th of September 2018 committing to holding a joint land, air and sea exercise in India in 2019. The final planning conference for Tiger Triumph was held at the Eastern Naval Command headquarters in Visakhapatnam, Andhra Pradesh on September 6 to 20 of 2019 and was attended by delegates from the United States Navy and the United States Marine Corps and representatives from the Indian Army, Navy and Air Force. The two sides also visited the proposed campsite in Kakinada and conducted a tabletop exercise as preparation. Tiger Triumph was officially announced by the then United States President Donald Trump during his address at the Howdy Modi community event in honor of the Prime Minister Narendra Modi at the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas on 22nd of September 2019. A total of 1,200 Indian and 500 US military personnel participated in the 9-day exercise. The two forces brought supplies on shore, established a field hospital, formed patrols to locate actors playing displaced civilians, and carried out evacuation by helicopter. The exercise included live fire drills, search and seizure training, ship maneuvers, and landings by Indian helicopters on the US Navy ship USS Germantown's flight deck. The goal of the Tiger Triumph 2 exercise is to primarily focus on the humanitarian assistance and disaster relief operations, with aiming to imitate disasters occurring in areas where the security was problematic. Now going through with the last and the final exercise that I would like to discuss regarding this particular session is regarding exercise Maitri 14. Maitri is conducted between the armies of both India and Thailand. Both Royal Thai Army and Indian Army are considered to be very fortunate to be going through all of these drills, and it was first started in the year of 2006, and it is a long way that we are seeing and completely following both the friendship and following proper procedures. It was conducted very recently from 16th of September to 29th of September 2019, and it lasted for around 13 days. Where was it conducted? It was conducted at Foreign Training Road in Umroi in Shillong in Meghalaya, the same place where other previous exercises were also conducted. So regarding exercise Maitri 14, I would like to tell you that in the backdrop of the changing facets of global terrorism, this exercise is a significant exercise for both the nations as they face the security challenges from terrorism. You have to understand that we have a very crucial border between both India and Thailand, and we have to tell you that the southern regions of Thailand, example Saturn City, Pathalung province, Bangkok, etc., that are mostly visited by foreigners, are prone to terrorist attacks. The joint military exercise between the Indian Army and the Royal Thailand Army will give a boost to the defense cooperation and bilateral relations between the two countries. The Royal Thailand Navy and the Indian Navy have been participating in the coordinated patrols in the Indian Ocean region since the year of 2005. The diplomatic relations between India and Thailand were established in 1947. Both countries have witnessed growing warmth, increasing economic and commercial links. Several agreements for development, exchange of high-level visits on both sides are some other common signs of healthy relations between the two countries. Also, Thailand and India are currently linked for centuries, and India has a deep influence on the Thai culture. The goal of the exercise Maitri is that the scope will cover the company level joint training on insurgency and counter-terrorism operations in jungles and urban scenarios. That is it regarding the complete details of the exercises that I would like to discuss with you regarding this particular session. I hope that this particular one was very helpful for you. On the operational side, military exercises enable militaries to understand each other's drills and procedures, overcome language barriers, and facilitate familiarization with equipment capabilities. So I hope that all of these exercises are considered to be those exercises wherein which they have met the proper requirements, the goals and the aims and ambitions, wherein which the relationship between the countries has been strengthened and maintained in a proper way. I hope that the session was very helpful for you. In the coming up session, I will be discussing about the various other important Indian Army related exercises. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exams, subscribe to our channel, download our Android app from Google Play Store. Always stay safe, stay healthy, be confident, keep smiling. Jai Hind.